Imagine a building in Europe where the laws of no nation apply, a fortress hiding in plain sight. Commit a crime inside, and local police cannot enter. Demand their tax records, and they will laugh because they pay no taxes. They are legally untouchable. This is not an intelligence agency. It is a bank. The central bank for central banks. A place where the Federal Reserve, the European Central Bank, and the People's Bank of China sit at the same table, behind closed doors, to decide the global economy's fate. Welcome to Basel, Switzerland. Welcome to the Bank for International Settlements. The most secretive financial institution on earth. Money makes the world go round, but who turns the wheel? You know Wall Street. You know the central banks. You watch the Fed chairman give press conferences. But you do not see the hidden mechanism. Above presidents and central bank governors sits a cylindrical tower in Basel, the BIS. It operates in the dark, immune to audits, beyond the reach of any sovereign government. To understand how the world truly works, you must understand the BIS. Whoever controls it controls the flow of capital itself. This is a story of corporate survival, diplomatic immunity, and the ultimate consolidation of financial power. Let us travel back to 1930. The world was reeling from the Great War. Nations were buried under insurmountable debt, and Germany struggled with crippling reparations. In this chaos, powerful central bankers and diplomats met to create a global clearinghouse to handle international payments. They needed neutral ground. They chose Switzerland. But they demanded something unprecedented: absolute sovereignty. The founding charter of the Bank for International Settlements reads like a constitutional treaty for an independent nation. They demanded absolute immunity from taxation. Their assets cannot be seized. Their communications cannot be intercepted. Their executives hold diplomatic passports. Originally, it was a temporary solution for reparations. But financial power rarely dissolves. When World War II broke out, the BIS became the financial bridge between the Allies and Axis powers, a surreal place where British, American, and German bankers exchanged gold while their countries bombed each other. While soldiers bled, the BIS facilitated transactions for the Third Reich. The bank even accepted looted gold, laundering it seamlessly through neutral Switzerland. Capital transcended patriotism. At the Bretton Woods Conference in 1944, the truth about the BIS wartime activities came to light. The Norwegian delegation, appalled by the bank's collaboration with Nazi Germany, demanded its immediate liquidation. Harry Dexter White, chief international economist at the US Treasury, agreed. A formal resolution was passed. The BIS was supposed to be dismantled, but it wasn't. How does an institution condemned by the victors of the greatest war survive? Because central bankers, the unseen architects of the post-war world, needed it. John Maynard Keynes quietly lobbied to keep the institution alive. Politicians won the war, but bankers won the peace. The resolution was quietly swept under the rug. The bank mutated, becoming the anchor of the new European financial order and laying the groundwork for the euro. This is the chilling lesson of the BISC: governments are temporary, ideologies shift, but the mechanics of money are permanent. Look at the BIS headquarters today, a massive, copper-tinted cylindrical tower rising above Basel. It looks exactly like a villain's lair from a corporate thriller. What actually happens inside this fortress? Every 2 months, the governors of the world's major central banks fly in. Sunday evenings. No press, no transcripts, no public agendas. They gather in highly secured, soundproof rooms to coordinate massive shifts in monetary policy. They decide how much liquidity to pump into the global system, or how much to brutally drain away. These men and women dictate the price of your mortgage and the survival of your economy. They make decisions completely insulated from democratic accountability. If a central bank governor makes a catastrophic mistake, citizens pay through crushing inflation. But the BIS answers to no one. Their legal immunity remains absolute. Swiss authorities cannot enter without express permission. Their archives are untouchable. Their servers are digital fortresses, immune to any subpoena. While every transaction of the average citizen is monitored, the orchestrators of the global financial system operate in legally sanctioned darkness. The BIS doesn't just host meetings. it sets the rules. The Basel Accords are global regulatory frameworks dictating how much capital every commercial bank must hold. When the BIS tweaks a mathematical formula, thousands of banks from Wall Street to Tokyo adjust their balance sheets. Trillions instantly move. Entire economic sectors can be suffocated or stimulated by a single change drafted by unelected bureaucrats. During the 2008 financial crisis, the BIS served as the ultimate backchannel. While panicked politicians sweated on television, real crisis management happened in Basel. The BIS facilitated massive currency swap lines, pumping emergency dollars into starving European banks. They acted as the apex lender of last resort. But here is the chilling paradox. The BIS warns the public about the very economic bubbles its own members create. They produce reports warning of dangerous asset bubbles. Yet, the central bankers on the BIS board are the individuals printing the fiat money that inevitably creates them. It is a self-sustaining loop of power. They create the disease, diagnose the symptoms, and monopolize the cure. The BIS is now expanding into a terrifying new frontier: CBDCs, or central bank digital currencies. Physical cash is a fundamental tool of liberty, allowing you to transact without continuous government surveillance. But cash is intentionally being phased out, and the BIS is spearheading the global transition to digital currencies. Through its innovation hubs, the BIS is designing the infrastructure for a fully digital global system. Imagine a dystopian world where every single transaction is instantly tracked, permanently recorded, and algorithmically analyzed. A world where money is a programmable tool of behavioral control. In this scenario, a central bank could unilaterally decide your money expires in 30 days to force spending. Your ability to transact could be frozen with a keystroke if your carbon footprint doesn't align with mandated metrics. The BIS General Manager Augustin Carstens openly stated the difference. With cash, authorities do not know who uses a $100 bill. But with CBDCs, the central bank will have absolute, granular control over the rules that determine the use of that money, and the technology to instantly enforce it. This is their openly published goal. They are meticulously building the ultimate financial panopticon, a global cage made of inescapable digital code. The Tower of Basel stands as a permanent monument to the triumph of technocracy. It is the physical manifestation of the elitist idea that the global economy is far too important to be left to the unpredictable whims of democratic elections. The BIS represents the final centralization of global power, a sovereign entity that effectively answers to absolutely no one, yet unilaterally dictates the daily financial reality of 8 billion people. As the world rapidly splinters into hostile geopolitical factions, the BIS remains the sole enduring bridge, a surreal, neutral space where bitter adversaries willingly sit down in secret to quietly manage the master global ledger. Because no matter who wins the brutal proxy wars, the financial ledger must fundamentally balance. And the house always wins. The past is never truly gone. It simply changes currencies. If you want to understand the hidden forces shaping our future, subscribe to the Macro Historian. We do not just read history, we decode the mechanics of global power. Until the next chapter,